Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ of, go to Jamil Hill, type in Jamil Hill, yeah. She says, by the time she retires, Jamil Hill has made a bold prediction that Angel Reese will become.
Imagine walking into a building where 20,000 people want nothing more than to see you fail. The air is thick with tension. The boos are echoing off the concrete walls before you even step onto the hardwood, and the opposing team is looking at you like you're the villain in their movie. Welcome to the opening game of the highly anticipated second season, where the most toxic rivalry in the WNBA has reached an absolute boiling point. Caitlin Clark didn't just walk into a basketball game tonight. She walked straight into an ambush. The crowd was deafening, screaming insults, holding up disrespectful signs, and rallying behind their franchise player, Angel Reese. But there's a fatal flaw in trying to intimidate a generational talent. Some players shrink under that kind of pressure. Caitlin Clark weaponizes it. By the time the final buzzer sounded, those 20 screaming fans were reportedly stunned into silence. We just witnessed a performance that completely changed the atmosphere. Caitlin Clark didn't just beat Angel Reese, she delivered a career-defining performance, putting up a massive triple-double that left the arena stunned. And the craziest part, this entire showdown was predicted by none other than Stephen A. Smith, who went on national television and fiercely criticized Angel Reese over comments that had already ignited the rivalry. If you're ready for a story packed with pressure, missed opportunities, and a legendary performance, smash that like button, subscribe right now, and let's get into the madness. To understand why this matchup became so intense, we have to rewind to the media circus that unfolded just 48 hours before tip-off. Angel Reese has always been outspoken. She thrives on drama, trash talk, and viral moments. But heading into the second season, she allegedly took things a step further. She crossed a line that turned an ordinary rivalry into something much bigger.
Look at that pause. It sounded like she drunk a gallon of water in between that pause.
It happens like we know any other time like Angel will make the shot. I mean, she knows she'll make the shot, but in that moment, you just got to encourage your teammates. Like, no one person lost us the game. It's a team effort. And
she's frustrated. She's trying to be nice. We know she'll make the shot. No, you don't know. The last 4 games now, Angel Reese is shooting less than 25% on layups. You don't know she'll make it. And you know who else don't know? This man right here, Carl Semesko, is not happy with Angel Reese. The girl stunk it up.
Great crowd tonight. Disappointing finish to the game.
Look at it. Yo, these pauses they're taking in between are insane.
Yeah. Great crowd tonight. Disappointing finish to the game. Kind of a tough fourth quarter for us, and then we had a chance to win it at regulation, and it just didn't go down.
During a pregame press conference, Angel Reese reportedly looked directly into the cameras and compared her competitive drive and brand impact to Michael Jordan. Yes, you heard that correctly. She appeared to draw a comparison between her own rise and the greatest basketball player ever, while subtly suggesting that she was becoming the true face of the league, not Caitlin Clark. The internet exploded, but nobody reacted quite as strongly as ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. went on live television and delivered a brutal response, breaking down her argument piece by piece. You are not Michael Jordan. Stephen argued that Reese was confusing popularity and brand attention with generational greatness. His point was simple. While Reese was building a massive personality and brand around the controversy, Caitlin Clark was building her reputation through what she was doing on the court. Stephen warned Reese that making huge claims before proving them on the hardwood could eventually lead to a very public reality check. And buddy, that reality check arrived quickly, because once the lights came on and the ball was tipped, the Michael Jordan comparison suddenly faced its biggest test. The first quarter began with the crowd in an absolute frenzy. Every time Caitlin Clark touched the ball, the arena erupted in a wall of boos, loud enough to shake the atmosphere around the broadcast. They wanted Caitlin to crack. They wanted Angel to dominate. But basketball doesn't care what the crowd wants. The only thing that matters when the game begins is who can actually deliver.
That is awesome. Caitlin Clark, the only player in WNBA history to average 26 and 9 assists over a 10-game span. Ever in the history of ever. Let's get to the game. It went to overtime, 95-91. Michaela Timpson, 20 points on 9 of 13. 7 rebounds, 1 block shot. Caitlin Clark, 26 on 9 of 20. 9 assists, 3 boards. Kelsey Mitchell, she extended the streak. Come hell or high water. 20 points on 9 of 22. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. You wonder why I come down on Kelsey Mitchell for MVP? I'm sorry, but this rebounding and assist situation drives me crazy. So let's go to Angel Reese clocking Caitlin Clark right in the throat hole.
It's just 35.
Right here, you're going to watch. There she gets her in the neck, and there she gets her in the throat. Yeah. What are we doing? Neck, throat. Wow. Yeah. Protected species. Shout out House of Lowlights. Speaking of House of Lowlights, good chance I've got an Angel Reese video coming.
Angel Reese came out determined to prove those Michael Jordan comparisons right. She demanded the ball in the post. She tried to bully her way to the rim. She wanted that highlight reel finish so badly that she appeared to lose sight of the fundamentals. And then, in a span of just 6 minutes, Angel Reese missed 3 consecutive wide-open layups. It was a brutal stretch. She was throwing the ball wildly toward the backboard, looking for fouls that weren't being called, and visibly losing her composure. The same player being compared to MJ was suddenly struggling with shots that players practice from a young age. The frustration was obvious. You could see the pressure building in her body language. She was visibly frustrated, looking toward the officials and struggling to settle down. But the referees weren't necessarily the problem. The pressure was. The media attention had created enormous expectations, and now she had to prove everything on the court. And as Reese began to struggle, Caitlin Clark recognized exactly what was happening. The defense was becoming disorganized. The opposing star was having a difficult stretch, and that hostile crowd was desperately looking for something to celebrate. Clark had just been handed the perfect opportunity to flip the entire game.
Clark laughing at Angel Reese, bruh, after the Angel Reese missed layup to win by a buzzer beater. The rivalry is definitely still alive, bruh, and I'm here to tell you, this is the face of defeat. I'm telling you right now, Angel Reese is defeated. And one thing I always tell you guys, y'all should know this. The internet will give it, and the internet will damn sure take it away. Y'all ever heard the saying, at this moment you knew you messed up? This is the look Angel Reese had on her face. At this exact moment, she knew she's gonna be the laughing stock of the basketball world for the next 48 hours. That's exactly what happened. And it was so bad, Angel Reese did not speak to reporters after the damn game.
Please take me through that fourth and overtime. They outscored 31-19. What changed in that at the end of the game?
Wait, can you repeat that?
At the end of the game, they outscored you 31-19 in the fourth and overtime. What was the difference in the game, you believe, at that point?
I feel like we fought hard. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like we just came up short tonight.
This question's for either of you all. When you face a team like this, obviously 4 times, you could potentially see them again in the playoffs. I guess what would you say you can kind of take away from a loss like this?
That we're right there. And I know tonight didn't go the way that we wanted to, but we had some plays down and we showed some fight. And I think although we didn't get the win, I think there's some promise that we know that we can beat a team like that if we have a full team together, but even with the team we had tonight.
Buddy, what happened next belongs in the basketball history books. Caitlin Clark didn't just take over the game, she completely changed its rhythm. While Angel Reese was struggling with her finishing, Clark was operating on another level. She started the onslaught with a 35-ist logo 3 that instantly shifted the energy in the arena. Then came the passing. Clark began threading the ball through the defense with pinpoint accuracy, hitting teammates perfectly in stride and piling up assists so quickly that the statisticians were scrambling to keep pace. But Clark wasn't just scoring and passing. She was doing the dirty work too. She attacked the paint, fought for rebounds against bigger players, and showed the kind of hustle that can completely change a game. By the middle of the third quarter, the impossible had become reality. The graphic flashed across the screen. Caitlin Clark had recorded a historic career-high triple-double in the very first game of her second season. Assists, rebounds. She had completely stuffed the stat sheet while performing under one of the most hostile atmospheres in the league. And now the question was no longer whether Clark could handle the pressure. She was showing everyone exactly what happens when the pressure gets turned up.
Passing and just letting them get matched up and stay matched up. I think we saw it a lot more than we would have otherwise.
Hi, Coach. I'm Annabelle Ryder with Decatur-ish. Just curious, you already mentioned kind of refreshing on how you guys respond to zone defense, but are there any other next steps that you guys are really highlighting when moving forward?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of positives today, I thought.
We're just to Angel, mostly Ryan and Alicia were kind of there to console her. What was your message to Angel after she missed that shot?
Yeah, what was your message to Angel after she smoked the layup and smoked the game?
We just had to move on to the next play. I mean, we did what we didn't run there was supposed to be one screen in there, and we kind of forgot the screen. But then Rye, took the shot, and we told those two to, really crash the boards and give us a second chance. They both did exactly what we asked for them. And then we got two looks, right at the end of the game that, could have won it for us, but, they rolled out.
He's pissed. We got two looks right at the end of the game, two layups, and they just rolled out. He's pissed.
It's kind of a bad break.
And one quick follow-up, how much of a difference not having Jordan Canada in today's game kind of potentially maybe have impacted the outcome of this game?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. You have to go with what you have. And I think the players that played today gave us a great chance to win. I mean, we're literally one possession, from winning the game against a very good team who's been playing really well. But, JC is a fantastic point guard. And obviously, particularly against the zone, she's somebody that we count on for penetrating to the middle and then passing it out to our shooters or dumping it down behind. So, and then she makes such a difference in our transition game and gives us an extra really good defender out there. So we miss her, but, she couldn't go today. So the people that went, I thought, did well enough to win. She was competitive. Her performance to be able to contribute that way when you're having to guard one of the best players in the league for as much time as she did. I mean, I thought she was fantastic.
Hi, Coach. Makai Carlson here with AJC. Obviously, I know you guys are probably having a one game at a time mindset, but what are some key things from this game that you're planning on telling the team or hoping that they talk amongst each other to take to the next game?
Well, I think it shows that, we have a really good team. I mean, Indiana's excellent, and despite being shorthanded, we were right there. That's why it hurt so much, is because we were right there.
You was right there, but Angel Reese gotcha.
Let's talk about the exact moment the arena went silent. It was late in the fourth quarter. The blowout was already secured. Caitlin caught the ball on the wing, hit a devastating hesitation crossover that left her defender off balance, stepped back, and drained a cold-blooded three-pointer right in Angel Reese's face. As the ball snapped through the net, Caitlin didn't yell. She didn't flex. She simply turned around and looked at the crowd. The silence was deafening. 20,000 people who had spent the previous 2 hours screaming, booing, and throwing insults were suddenly muted. You could practically hear a pin drop. Caitlin Clark had just hit the ultimate mute button. She didn't silence them with trash talk. She silenced them with the best performance of her young career. Stephen A. Smith had warned about the pressure, and the fans should have known better. You don't poke the bear, and you definitely don't compare yourself to Michael Jordan unless you're ready to back it up. Angel Reese's missed layups and frustrating stretch may become part of the game's replay package, while Caitlin Clark's career-high triple-double goes straight into the history books. At this point, the rivalry feels less like an even battle and more like a masterclass in answering pressure with performance. So, how satisfying was it watching that hostile crowd get completely silenced? And do you think Angel Reese went too far with the Michael Jordan comparison? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you love watching the biggest WNBA rivalries unfold on the court, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you never miss the next breakdown. I'll see you in the next insane